Hello and welcome to another Reiki healing for my YouTube channel. So today I wrote notes so I didn't forget, but today's Reiki session is all about letting go of the restrictions we put on ourselves. So I feel like for me personally, so I'll just speak from my experience so you understand where I'm coming from, but I have a lot of restrictions that I put on myself. Like I avoid, and I never say that I'm like vegetarian or anything, but I say that I avoid eating meat. And obviously I avoid dairy and gluten and alcohol and stuff. But my body has really been craving meat lately. And there's been a bit of guilt around like surrendering to that because it's like, oh, what are people going to think? And, am I doing the right thing? But I feel like what it comes down to is trusting in that intuition. So it's not about surrendering to cravings. So, like with the gluten and like sugar and stuff, I feel like that's just cravings for me. So that's not something I really want to surrender into. But with the meat, it feels like my body is intuitively telling me that I need to just incorporate a bit more. And I don't eat a lot of meat anyway. And I've never said that I'm vegetarian. But also, it's just permission to change your mind. Like, you don't have to be this same version of yourself that you always were. Like, you can really just let go and let go of the labels that you put on yourself and the limitations that you put on yourself and realize that you are actually free to like make a new choice and to choose differently. So for me right now, that looks like incorporating a bit more meat when I feel like it. And at the moment I'm slow cooking some lamb and it smells amazing. So yeah, it's really just about surrendering into your intuition and what intuitively feels good for you. And I know this is coming up for a few people. So I thought that it would be a really good time to like just shift any energy around it that's kind of like holding us in that space of where we feel like we have to stick to these restrictions that we've put on ourselves. And they don't have to necessarily be food related. They could be things like, I'm not going to sleep with anyone for like 6 months, or I'm not going to date anyone, or, just like, there's a whole bunch of different things. So just thinking about what restrictions you put on yourself and how we can just let them go. Like, we don't have to be so strict. Restrictions. It's got the word strict in there. And I feel like sometimes they can hold us back. So we're working with some full moon energy at the moment. So the full moon peaked, I'm not sure, I'm going to try and get this uploaded tonight, which is the 16th of May in Perth. So the full moon peaked at midday today. And I'm pretty sure the lunar eclipse was last night. So I feel like it's just a really good time for letting go. Full moons are always about letting go, but the intuitive message that came through was to let go of restrictions. So I feel like that's very timely with this full moon. So the crystal that I've chosen for us today is Kemba Jasper. So it's this beautiful green swirly crystal. It's amazing. Love that. And I've got some Palo Santo here, which I'll just cleanse myself and energetically cleanse all of you that are watching it. It's a little bit about Kemba Jasper. Just read you, because as you know, I don't memorize all these. So it calms the mind and promotes feelings of peace. Kemba Jasper reduces fear and increases your self-worth, bringing inspiration and courage. It brings wisdom and the ability to get along with others. It is a stone that is extremely good for seeing and interpreting auras and helps with access to the Akashic records. Love that. And then just physically, and it helps with the assimilation of vitamins and minerals and in cleansing the body of toxins and boosts the immune system, which here in Australia, winter, it's been cold and rainy, so perfect. It's exactly what we need. Boosting our immune system. I'm just going to put my nature sounds on. Oh, I've turned it down too much. So basically how these sessions work is that obviously I upload them to YouTube, and with energy, it transcends all time and space. You don't have to be in the room with me at the time and it'll still reach you. If you want a better explanation, maybe I should put up a video about it, or you can Google it. But yeah, basically you trust that this is going to reach you at the perfect time and that you're going to receive exactly what you need to receive from it. And that I trust that everyone that this video is meant to reach, it's going to reach. So yeah, it's really about just believing that this has crossed your path for a reason. I haven't introduced myself yet, I don't think, so I'll do that. I'm Aston from Swept Open. But yeah, let's dive in to today's. So also, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. The goal is 1,000 subscribers by September. So I'll just give you a moment now. You can go and find a quiet space, take me with you, obviously, where you can lay down and hopefully not be disturbed for the next 20 or so minutes, 20, 30 minutes. I recommend your bed, just somewhere you can be really comfy and close your eyes. So if you need to pause this, go find a comfy space, get comfortable, maybe put a blanket on you if you're a little bit cold. You can always light a candle or something just to bring in some more beautiful like golden white light. And then when you're ready, just inviting you to close down your eyes. And just placing your hand over your heart space. We're going to take a few deep breaths in together. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Taking another deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more deep breath in. And just letting it all go. Letting go of whatever's already been in your day today and whatever is still to come. Allowing yourself to just be present here and now. Allowing yourself to be open to receive what is of the highest good for you. We take a moment to call on our spirit guides and ancestors that are of the highest good for us all. Allowing them to come through and bring their beautiful healing energy and any messages that you may need to receive now. I'd also like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, past, present, and future, which here are the Whadjuk Noongar peoples. With your hand on your heart, I invite you to just set an intention for yourself. My intention for you all is to be able to let go of the limitations and restrictions you've put on yourself, but you might also like to set your own intention. And just placing your arms wherever is comfortable, allowing your body to drop further into the mattress. Any places where you may be holding tension, just breathing into these spaces and allowing them to soften. And as you lay there, start to imagine roots growing down from your body, deep into the earth, through the layers, interweaving with the other roots, all the way down, connecting to the core of the earth. And then as they connect to the core of the earth, allow any remaining heaviness that you feel in your body to just melt away through these roots, allowing it to be transmuted into beautiful light energy. And then allowing the golden white light of the center of the earth to travel up through the roots into your body, filling you with this beautiful light, allowing you to feel held and safe and open to receive. Trust that whatever comes up for you now is meant for you. Allow any sensations in the body to just occur. And if you feel like your mind is wandering too much, you can just bring your awareness back to your breath. But now just open and receive, and when it's time to come back, I'll let you know. Slowly bringing your awareness back to your breath. Taking a big deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Another deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more deep breath in through your nose. Just letting it all go. We take a moment to thank our spirit guides and angels for the healing energy today. Thanking yourself for showing up for you and choosing you. And I thank you for allowing me to hold this space for you and provide this offering for you. When you're ready, you can slowly start to bring some movement to your fingers and toes. You can start to slowly blink open your eyes when you're ready. And as you do that, I'm just going to pull a card for us and then I'll go over what came through. So we're using the Sacred Creators Oracle today by Chris Ann, my favorite. It's Pixie Curio on Instagram. So just asking for the card that's of the highest good to come through now. I love this already. So it says, just check, choose who you are becoming. Feels fitting. So I'll read you what that's about. Number 7. So, the future belongs to who you are becoming. As a multi-passionate, multi-talented, creative being of infinite potential, choosing who you want to be can feel overwhelming. If you've reached a fork in the road, it's time to make a choice that will allow you to grow into the most beautiful version of you. This card is about the movement you make as you chase your dreams and the person you become along the way. Here's a juicy secret. The two are intrinsically linked. You may feel blocked until you take inspired action toward one goal. It's time to move forward, Sacred Creator. Your decisive and determined action will be a way for you to define your desire to the universe. Run in the direction of your dreams and confidently guide the unfolding of your path. Know that by not deciding, you're making a choice to remain in the same spot. And if there is one universal truth of creating things, it is that inaction is the exact opposite of what you are building. Make strides towards your dreams now. What lessons did you need to experience in order to stand exactly where you are standing? Has what you are working towards shifted and expanded along the way? Is there anything about what you've been building that feels too small for your big, sacred future? Have you been making choices based on what's possible today instead of what's possible tomorrow? I love that so much. And I feel like tying it back into this letting go of restrictions. Like if you restrict yourself and limit yourself, you're going to stay where you are. Like no matter what these restrictions are. Like I just used food as an example because that's what was coming up for me. But this can be anything in life. Like what came through was like where you live, what you do for a job, like any of these things. And you don't necessarily have to let go of those things. You can even just let go of the attachment to them and the label that you put on yourself because of those things. Like it's going to hold you back and it's going to limit you. And you can be fucking amazing. You are amazing. So think about how much more amazing you can be when you stop holding back and you let yourself fully shine. So I'll quickly touch on what I went through. You probably heard me typing notes. So we started with the heart. And as I said, it was the no need to attach to anything. We are not the labels that we have attached to. And it was really just about sending beautiful healing light to that and letting go. Restrictions on where we live, what we do for work, just letting it all go. We can, and yeah, I said all that. We can still have them, but releasing the attachment. Then I moved to the solar plexus, which is the home of our intuition. And it was really about igniting that intuition again, because you want to make choices from that intuitive space. You want to surrender to your intuition and let it lead your life, because that is where the magic is going to happen. So what came through was that we have these restrictions thinking that they're keeping us safe, but it's coming from a place of fear normally. So releasing that fear and then reigniting the intuition so that we can just trust. And then I went to our root chakra. So this was all about coming home to ourselves. So what restrictions have we put on ourselves based on what other people believe in? Like whether it's a family member, a partner, friends, anything. Or even what restrictions have been forced on us by others that are not our own. Something to think about. So it was really about, like with the root chakra, disconnecting from all those others, calling back our own power and coming home to what is true for us. So then grounding into our own energy and our own truth and not letting ourselves take on other people's restrictions because they're not for us. And then it quickly just took us back up to the throat. And the message there was that you don't have to explain or justify yourself to anyone. Like if you want to change something in your life and you want to let go of like a restriction that you've put on yourself or a label or a limitation, you don't have to explain that to people. You are allowed to do what you want. So coming back to your heart and trusting that your choices are your own and you have the power to choose. So that is what came through for you today. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you feel lighter. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this with anyone who you think could benefit from it. Leave me a comment below and let me know how you feel. You can find me on Instagram at swept.open. That's where I put most things. And then I release a monthly energy reading, which is exclusive to my newsletter. So if you want to be part of my newsletter, just head to my website, which is sweptopen.com, and sign up to my newsletter. So thank you again, and I hope you have a beautiful evening.